Hi guys, yeah, back again. Managed to get home on Sunday, couldn't get home on Saturday because of the weather, but Sunday there was a break in between blizzards and we managed to get a helicopter out, which was it was only a 20-minute flight sort of thing, so it's not too bad. So there was always a chance if you got a small window in the weather, so managed to get home, and which meant that today I was able to get to see the injury clinic, sports injury clinic. So went there, obviously all new to me, and as I'm new to them. So went through the initial what had happened, how it had happened, the kind of like the dead leg, or the way that it felt dead. It was almost like the Achilles was in trauma, so I couldn't do a heel raise, and I couldn't sort of like do sort of like bouncing on my toes sort of thing, which wouldn't happen on the right hand side. And then with the running, I was started off with almost with like a heavy limp until I got 5 or 6 paces in, and then it either woke up or it was just a motion. You get going, and I was away and I was running, and so I had no issues with it. There was never any pain with it. It was just that deadness, and that was it. So I explained that, and then also explained the one point where I did have pain in the Achilles, but by the time I'd got to see the sports therapist that I was seeing before, then the pain had gone, and then a couple of days later I was doing a half marathon race, which no pain at all during the race, and I really did push on through that sort of thing. So I would have expected, if anything, it was going to go then, but no. And then I took a week off, which should have rested the Achilles, and that was part of the reason for having the rest, so as well as like refreshing my mind. And then went through that, no issues there. And then offshore, took a brand new pair of shoes with me, the Nike Alpha Fly 3s, as well as my regular Saucony Speed 5s. And then for the first run, I decided that I would wear them and do the speed session, and that's where it all started going pear-shaped, sort of thing, and it fell off the edge of a cliff. So that was that, explained it there, and then we moved on to do some exercises and mobility movements which would measure the length of my calves. So that's again putting your toes against the wall and your knee, squat till your knee goes against the wall, and then move your toes further back, and again touch your knee to the wall. Keep moving your foot further back and your knee against the wall until you can't put your knee against the wall without your heel starting to lift. At that point, that's your lot. That's the length of the muscle. And there is quite a discrepancy between the right and the left, because I had quite a big fall about 30 years ago, and had multiple fractures in my right leg, lower leg. So that's left a lot of damage around the ankle, which is not stopping me from running. It's just, it clouds anything that you look at, because it almost looks like it's swollen, but it's just not. It's just thickened the way that it healed. So, and there's an operation there as well. So there's an awful lot going on there, which makes it difficult to see, but it is still mobile, just not as mobile as it could be. So that's where that was, sort of thing. And we did some other exercises to show the strength in my hips, my glutes, hamstrings, quads, and the calves. So there's no issues with strength. Everything looks good. It's just this, it's just the damage that it's done through, probably just through pushing on a little bit too far, a little bit too hard, expecting too much of it, sort of thing. Certainly on the right hand side, because it's got a little bit less give than the left hand side. So things for me to work on. This is fine. It's all very positive. Since when I went away on the day after Boxing Day, then I've been using a Soberthane wedge as well, which I explained to the physio that I spoke to, and he was very encouraging with that, to say that you need to keep that on, because I know it lifts my heels slightly, so it almost shortens your stride on your right hand side, so it takes a bit of the tension away, the stretch, and which compensates for the left hand side, sort of thing. So almost balances them out without getting too technical, because whether it 100% balances it or not, I don't know, but it certainly makes a difference. So keep using that, and certainly use it when I go for runs. Of the runs, I said that I did a 5k run on Thursday, and had no pain since with that, which was good, really good for me. But I did intend to run Saturday, but I couldn't, because I was in the middle of trying to travel, couldn't travel sort of thing, so never got around to doing the run. And then Sunday, I thought I'd run when I get home Sunday, but the conditions, the road conditions and the pavement conditions around there, I was never going to try and do a run, because I'd have probably slipped on the first bend and really wrecked whatever the good that I've done over the last week with the rest and stuff like that. So rather than take a chance with another injury, just take another day off. I couldn't do that much damage, could it, really? So yeah, so today was good about a good session, good chat with some fresh news and fresh ideas sort of thing. So I now have like a 5-day training plan, whereby I can run 5k twice per week, and in between and either side of the 5k, then to do either cycling or gym work or cross trainer, anything that gets your heart. It's getting everything going, but it's not putting. I'm not so sure about the cross trainer sort of thing, because you're still doing that elliptical movement, so you're still going to be putting the effort into the Achilles, but you won't be putting the shock in, I guess. So yeah, so doing that, and then doing heel raises, because the damage at the moment, the soreness, is around level with the ankle. It's not at the bottom of the Achilles where it ties, the insertion point where it ties into the bone, which is really hard to come back from. So I'm able to stretch and go below on a heel raise on the stairs. I can go below horizontal with my heel to put a full stretch into the calf, which I wasn't doing before because I just didn't want to push it too much. So I can do that now. And yeah, so I've got the stretches. The heel raises is basically what I'll be doing a lot of from now. Once I can do 3 sets of 12 without any issues, then I need to start taking weights and loading up and doing 3 sets of 12 with weight, and then we'll just take it from there. But it's all good, it's all positive so far. I've got a glimmer of hope that there is a way forward. And so we'll take it from there. I doubt I'll be like race fit by the 8th of February, but I'll still be going for it. It's step by step, but I've got to just keep trying. I've got to keep my mind focused on it, and so that's where I am with that. So in a couple of days' time, I'll come back on and we'll see how the run has gone with the cycling and maybe some weights as well, sort of thing. Hopefully no sign of the stiffness again, sort of thing, so we'll just carry on with that. But yeah, so that's where we are with that, and I'll be back again in a couple of days' time. So thanks very much.